Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a book review, and I'm going to be reviewing Poppet by Mo Hayder. This is the first book I've ever read by Mo Hayder and I thoroughly enjoyed it. This book, the main storyline, follows this guy called AJ, and he is a nursing coordinator on a psychiatric wing in a mental hospital. And in this wing, some strange things have been happening. Some patients have been, harming themselves or turning up dead, and the nursing staff are really uncomfortable working there, and it's just not a very nice place to be, basically. And so this AJ, he contacts a detective, Jack Caffrey, who I believe is a character in several of her other books. I think it's like a series. And he is brought on to kind of investigate what's happening within, this hospital, within this wing. And it turns out that some of the things that have been happening in this wing have been connected to a mentally ill patient that has recently been released, because they deemed him, to have become well, and they said that he could be released. But then it turns out that he's linked, to some of the things that are happening, and then they have to try and find him. So it's very much like a thriller / horror kind of book. I would really recommend it if you're into that kind of thing. I was drawn to this book because I like reading about mental institutions and psychiatric problems. I find it very interesting. There are also a couple of other storylines in this book. It follows Jack Caffrey and a woman that he works with, another detective, policewoman. It has a kind of like side story that follows them too. I think it's something that happened in another case, which I'm guessing is in another book, which involves them both, which is quite interesting, but I don't think it didn't really have a whole lot of relevance to the main storyline in this book. But it didn't really bother me. I still really enjoyed it, and I would highly recommend it. It's a very fast read. I just found it very gripping. Like, you really wanted to know what happened, and you really become engaged with some of the characters. Like, the AJ is a really likeable character. You really, want him to be okay and find out more about him. Even some of the other patients within the psychiatric ward. There's a woman who's called Monster Mother. I just really liked her as a character. You really get invested into some of these people in this book. And overall, I would just really highly recommend it. I have already bought 3 other books of Mo Hayder, which I'm going to read and review. I think Birdman, The Treatment, and Ritual. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Just a nice quick review. If any of you guys see this and have read this book, or any of the others that I'm going to read of hers, and want to leave me a comment, please leave that down below. And if you have any questions, leave it down below. And I just want to say thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye.